Wide World of Sodas. We're back after a couple of weeks.
Crazy, huh?
Scott, I'm Dave. Yep. This one is a unique episode. First off, we should probably focus on the beverage of choice today. It is a Mountain Dew Black Label. Never had it, have you?
I have.
You
Actually,
have.
I'm a caffeine addict, so
okay. A deeper, darker dew. Says it's crafted with a dark berry. So.
Yeah, it's not your normal green. It's going to be a little purple.
Oh yeah, it's purpley. So let's try this.
I'm a big fan, I must say, of
put this
of
over
Mountain
here
Dew.
by you.
I'm a big fan of the Dew.
All right, well let's give it a try. Sounds like you already know how you feel about it.
So, the Green Mountain Dew has a very unique and distinct flavor. This one's very soft, very subtle, but still.
I'm trying to figure out, I like it, by the way.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if I would recognize it as a Mountain Dew, because the berry is pretty, it overwhelms the citrus of a normal Mountain Dew.
It does. It does.
It's good.
It's a good switch up from the
crazy flavors.
Crazy, and Mountain Dew, like at Taco Bell, you get the Berry Blast or whatever that blue, light blue flavor is. Not a fan of that one. This one, I am.
Yeah. Recommended.
Yes.
Mountain Dew Black Label.
Good stuff.
If you're a fan of the caffeinated soda beverages, it's definitely one. So this week we're going to actually take a viewer request. I would say number one Wide World of Sodas fan.
Yes.
belindacat. She comments on all of our videos and truly appreciate it. Keeps us going. Thank you.
Thanks,
we told her that we would, if she left us a request in the comments section, we would address those questions or have it as a topic for the show. So she did two things. One, she asked a question, why in the world do videos disappear on YouTube? And the answer is not as simple as one might think. But there's a couple reasons why they can disappear. One can be when a copyright holder or a trademark holder feels like that's been infringed upon, and there's a process where they can go in and say, hey, that's mine, or they have no right to use that. There's something called fair use. You guys that have seen some of my videos, you know that we put in images in it, and they just flash for a few seconds, and hopefully the copyright owners and trademark holders are okay with that. If not, if ever they aren't, they can simply put a request into YouTube, and I would be quick to remove that video, and YouTube's even quicker. Usually they don't give us the choice, they just take it down.
YouTube's very fast. I put up a video of my son doing a solo in a junior high school jazz band thing to Chicago's 25 or 6 to 4, and it was down within hours of me posting it.
Wow.
As a copyright infringement.
And a lot of that depends on the labels themselves. For example, many times what happens is you can go ahead and post that stuff, and YouTube will say, hey, there's a copyright holder, but they're okay with that, but any advertising, any revenue that comes from that is going to go to the copyright holder, which that's fair. The other reason they can be removed is if YouTube feels like you are spamming. In other words, if you're posting something that's already up there, those can be removed. So with your example, belindacat, where it was a Bee Gees Man in the Middle, I don't know if it was a live performance or the actual audio recording. There's already at least one live performance, one audio version of it out there. And what they want to stop people from doing is just saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to post the same exact thing. Right. Rip it from the YouTube page and repost it under your own channel. That's not something they allow, and they'll quickly take those down as well. So that's how we do. That's the answer to that question. The topic we were given was related to Man in the Middle, Bee Gees. belindacat mentioned that was sung by Maurice and not Barry.
Yes.
And she said, well, what other songs do you guys like that where the lead or the singer is not the lead singer in the band?
Yeah, and surprisingly, we've actually talked about a couple of these that we're going to bring up today.
Yeah.
In some of these Wide World of Sodas episodes. But we've got more.
We do have more. You want to start us out?
Yeah, so one of my favorite bands, Blue Oyster Cult, had a couple of hits. One being Don't Fear the Reaper, And that one was actually not sung by its normal front man, and now I can't remember his name, but Mr. Dharma is the one who... Buck Dharma is the one who actually sang it.
Right.
And also with their other hit... my mind
Burnin'
is
for
gone.
You.
Burnin' for You. He's the one that did that one as well.
So what I'm hearing is if I were to listen to some of my other favorite, not hits per se, but favorite Blue Oyster Cult are songs like Godzilla, Joan Crawford. What was the heavy metal ones? Veteran of the Psychic Wars or something like that. Those were all sung by someone else. That's their main lead singer.
Their main lead singer.
And Buck Dharma, the guy who sang those two songs, is not. He's their lead guitarist.
Lead guitarist, yeah. So.
Yeah, not all that. I love the Cult, or Blue Oyster Cult, I should say. We don't want to confuse it with the Cult. And that's cool. That's cool that they were able to allow other... And that's what I love about this is, other members of the band are able to contribute, when appropriate, vocally. One that I think was on both of our lists was Sister Christian by Night Ranger.
Yeah, Night Ranger.
Seen the band live number of times, and they always take a moment to kind of stop the concert and let Kelly Key, who's the drummer of the band, tell the story behind... he wrote the song and, of course, then performed it. It was originally supposed to be called Sister, or as he wrote it was Sister Christy. It was written for his sister.
Yeah,
was graduating from high school,
but it didn't. Sister Christy didn't fit as well as Sister Christian.
It doesn't have that timeless kind of feel that Sister Christian does. It works. I love that song. He also went on another album. I think it was the Nine Lives album, or maybe the album was called Sentimental Street. I can't remember, but the single was Sentimental Street. It was a nice follow-up to Sister Christian. Had a similar tone. It was that keyboard-laden kind of song, and Kelly sang that one as well. It was another top 40 hit for the band. But typically, Night Ranger songs are more rockers, and they're sung by Jack Blades.
Yeah.
Love Jack Blades. Great. He's in anybody that's a fan of Revolution Saints. It's a band that's out there right now with Dean Castronova, former drummer of Journey. Love Jack Blades. Love the work that he does. He was also in Tommy Shaw from Styx.
Yeah. Tommy. Well, then that's another band, right? Because with Styx, Dennis Young and Tommy Shaw mostly did all the singing.
Right.
But there was the one. I don't know if you could call it a hit that was done by now his name's the blonde guy, not
James
Young, who did Miss America.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, so it's neither Shaw or the Young that sing Miss America.
Yeah, it's him. Which also has that harder grunge.
Oh, that's one of my favorite Styx songs.
Yeah, it's not really a Styx feel.
It's good,
and you can kind of tell based on who sang it.
And that's kind of nice, that you point out that it's not necessarily a Styx feel. Sometimes when these other members of the band get out and sing these songs, it adds some variety. It's not that typical sound, right? Sometimes in the case of, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this one, but you mentioned Beth to me, and Beth is, of course, I love Kiss. That's not really a Kiss song. It's a Peter Criss song. It was released by Kiss, and they all performed on it. But it's so different in feel and context and that kind of variety every once in a while. I mean, you buy a Kiss album for a Kiss album, but to get that kind of variety on something, Beth, Hard Luck Woman, that kind of thing, it's just great. All right, what else you got for us?
So, you and I had talked about a couple, but I'm going to throw this one out here. Toto. Their only real hit, Africa, was not sung by their lead singer either.
Yeah. So, I mean, they had other hits, but this was the number one.
This is
the one that people are, forever, it's one of those great singles, right? Just the mood and the feel. And David Paich, right?
Yes.
Instead of Bobby Kimball.
Yes.
We did a video, actually. I did a video on that not too long ago about that. And Africa it's timeless. That feeling you get on that song, and the fact that the band actually told him after they recorded it, this is such a great song, you should put it on your solo album. And he still said, no, this is, you guys all helped me with this. I love that it ended up on that album, along with Rosanna, I think, was the other single off that album. Which,
Yes.
tribute to, I believe, Rosanna. Okay.
Yes.
Although she wasn't
If
the
it can be.
dancer in the video. That was Cynthia Rhodes. Let's go back to another episode of Worldwide of Soda. Cynthia Rhodes was the co-star in Runaway with Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck. Yep.
And another one that I was going to mention is I'm a big Heart fan. We've talked about Heart on Wide World of Sodas before. I've done a number of videos regarding currently what's going on with Ann and Nancy. They need to get back together. I get it. There's a lot going on there. There's issues they need to resolve.
Sounds like they're talking again.
Yeah, I hope. Sometimes these things take time, but they're sisters. Hopefully they're able to work it out, and not at the expense, by the way, of the safety and the welfare of their family, but rooting for them. And These Dreams, released in the mid-'80s, I'd always thought this was actually sung by Ann. I guess I just didn't remember the video until I was doing some research the other day and watched the video. And by the way, Nancy's smoking in that video.
Yeah, she is.
But she has a great voice.
She does.
I would say, and I know that she sang on other songs as well, I just very comparable to Ann's. I'd always felt like Ann was one of the premier women in rock singers, and Nancy went toe-to-toe with Ann on that song.
Well, and hopefully they can get back together, which is more than I can say. But it sounds like Lindsey Buckingham is out.
Yeah, that's what I hear, is that he's been fired. Holy cow.
Finally, if you ask, if you know from some people, it's...
Yeah, that's a band that has a very tumultuous relationship, and
Yeah.
I think some of that helps, when we're talking about Fleetwood Mac, of course. There was a time, I think, when like almost everybody except for Mick Fleetwood was married to each other.
Yes.
Lindsay and Stevie and John and Christy, right?
And Lindsay came with Stevie, right, to the ensemble. So,
well, I don't know what to say about that other than he's out for now. We'll see if he stays out. Eventually, he may get back.
You never know.
It's never know. Anything else? Any others you want to add?
You know, the only other one that comes to mind is the Eagles, but they were such an ensemble anyway that you know, there were so many different singers on there. So, and hit after hit that you could tie back to pretty much any one of them.
Yeah, Meisner is the one that comes to my mind. He sang "Take It to the Limit" originally, but he got kicked out of the band. Glenn Frey then, it's Frey. Then took over, and I think a lot of folks think that it's a Glenn Frey song, but it's not. Randy Meisner was the original singer and I believe composer of the song.
And you've got Don Felder that's got several of his own, and when he went on to do his solo project, he had stuff there as well. So.
Felder's freaking awesome. Yeah. He needs to get back in the Eagles. Come on, guys. Let him back in the Eagles.
Let him in.
All right. With that, hey, thanks everybody.
Yeah, and if you've got suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments section. As always, if you feel so inclined, click on the thumbs up and subscribe buttons. And most importantly,
thank you.
Yep, appreciate you.